Hey, so I finished the installs on both of your OneReplica sabers, so we'll start with the OneReplicas SSGf, the Super Stunt Graflex repair. So instead of just going for a simple switch repair, I pretty much just rehauled the entire thing. That way we have a more reliable install without the buttons shorting on the hilt itself. So we still have our stock V3 NeoPixel connector in there. We've got some more clicky tactile switches because we're using bulkier, bigger switches now. I've also removed the extra spacers in there because we don't really need it anymore. So here's the new custom static chassis. We got our Proffie board v3.9 there. We got our battery holder. So usually I like to have my battery holders with the positive end facing up, but because this threaded section kind of blocks the battery holder a little bit, I flipped it so that the negative is over here. It makes it a little bit easier to remove from the speaker end. We also have our high amp kill switch over here that I added, and our 28mm bass speaker from KR Sabers. So let's put a battery in here. So here's our protected button top key power battery, inserting negative side first, negative facing towards the emitter side over there, and then positive facing towards the speaker. Makes it a little bit easier to remove because, as you can see, it butts up right up against that threaded section. And then to remove it, just pry your fingernail to the positive end, and then just pull it out like that. You can also pull it out the side, but you may need to pry it out a little bit first. So to turn on the saber, just flip the kill switch to the right. I've reloaded all the fonts that were originally on the saber. This is a Empire Strikes Back font, I believe. We have our main switch at the bottom and the auxiliary at the top. Swings, axle swings. So let's put a blade in here. So for the purpose of this demo, I have a shorter kind of test blade. Just gonna insert that in, loosen that set screw back there. And tightening it back up. So I also enable gesture controls. I have swing on. As well as twist off. I also bumped the volume to 2000 now. Previously, when I built these Super Stunt Graflexes, there were kind of like false clashes. I'm not running into that problem anymore with this one, with the new chassis setup. Got flash on clash. Lock up. So let's cycle through the fonts.
A Jedi Knight!
So I also loaded the Luke font that you sent on this Graflex.
Go away!
That was a Luke font from Return of the Jedi.
Final steps.
The Ray font also added the Preon ignition there as well.
Angelic plasma. Dark Sith red. The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
You're not a Jedi yet.
And then back to the original Empire Strikes Back font. So there's your OneReplicas Super Stunt Graflex reinstalled with Proffie v3.9 and new static chassis. So I also have the configs stored on the SD card, and I'll send both the configs for this Graflex as well as the Super Stunt Luke over to you, so you can kind of take a look at that and get started if you want to start configuring with it. So thank you so much for letting me work on this, and may the Force be with you.